So Jeff is now running against David Porter. Let me ask you, Deepwater Horizon situation. Do you want an accountant from Dimebox sitting on the Railroad Commission trying to figure out how to help Texans avoid that? Or do you want Jeff Weems? Jeff grew up in the oil industry. He's a third generation. Our oldest son is a petroleum engineer for a major company in Houston. He has a petroleum land management degree from UT. He worked as a landman for Shell. He was an independent landman. He went back to school when the bottom fell out of the oil business in the 80s, and he went to UT Law School where he graduated with honors and was on the Texas Law Review. He has spent the last 20 years as an energy lawyer in Houston. He's a partner in a small law firm there. He was named one of the Texas Monthly Super Lawyers for Energy. The race typically has a huge undervote from the governor's race. Women, we need your help. Women do not vote in this race because they don't know the people who are running and they don't know what this job does. So if you want someone who will protect our environment, who is going to work hard, Jeff will never run for another office. He is so qualified to be a railroad commissioner. He doesn't ever want to be governor or senator or lieutenant governor, and that's a promise he's making to all of you. If you want someone who's going to do the job, who wants to work hard, then please, Jeff wants your endorsement. He wishes he could be here tonight. I've made him keep his day job. We do have 5 children. And any questions?
Well, I heard you mention obviously the what's happening in the Gulf. What do you think Jeff's first thing is going to be when he gets elected? Is it going to be that kind of environmental, or is there some other big issue in Texas that he's focused on?
One of the biggest problems that the Railroad Commission has suffered is the statewide Republican leadership keeps cutting the budget. The railroad commissioners have not fought to be immune from that. So they keep losing money on to run the, for instance, the railroad commissioner, the men who go out and check our oil and gas wells here in Texas cover 4,500 wells because they have dropped down. So obviously they're not really able to do their job. So one of the first things he's going to do is he's going to start fighting for greater funding for the Railroad Commission so that we can have people who are paid better and so they can hire more people so they can do their job. There are a lot of environmental issues. One of the big things he's looking at that affects everyone in Texas, and if y'all are familiar with the Barnett Shale, there are 150,000 new wells in the Barnett Shale. These are gas wells where there's a process called fracking, and it lets the gas out. Fracking uses about 3 million gallons of water per job. Jeff would like to see some reclamation of that water because every time they use the 3 million gallons on this well, they then pump it underground. It's contaminated, so it's pumped way underground, but then it's lost to our aquifers, and Texas cannot afford to lose water. So that's going to be another issue you can look at.